So today we will discuss some basics of probability distribution, some statistics related things. So maybe most of the things you know. So just to refresh our memory, we will discuss this. Okay. So I will start from exponential distribution. Exponential distribution is important because in continuous time, most of the literature or most of the paper talks about exponential distribution. So exponential distribution follows this Markov process. Okay. So I will show you the distribution and I will show how to compute mean, standard deviation, and then maybe some other derivations also we can derive. So it will be most likely just algebra. Okay, line by line algebra. Okay. So in exponential distribution, the probability density function, since this is a continuous time distribution, so there will be probability density function. Okay. So this probability density function of exponential distribution, this PDF is f of x equals to lambda e to the power minus lambda x if x greater than or equals to 0, and 0 if x is less than 0. Okay, this is the PDF of exponential distribution. Okay, now so if x is equal to 0, then f of x, what will be the f of x? Lambda. And if x equals to infinity, then what will be the
0?
0. That means the distribution will something look like this, where this is lambda, this is x, and this is f of x. Okay. So let's just calculate the mean of this exponential distribution. Now, one question is, how do you check whether this probability distribution is valid or not? Or probability distribution function PDF is valid or not? So one property of the PDF is, if you sum it over minus infinity to infinity, it will be how much? 1, exactly. Because each point is nothing but probability. If you take the probability of each and every point, or the sum of probability of each and every point, it will be 1. So let's just check. Okay. So we will just do this integration for exponential distribution. Oh, okay. We will see that whether it is coming as 1 or not. If it is coming as 1, that means it is correct. So now we are doing this integration from minus infinity to infinity. Now so minus infinity to 0, it is 0. So we can safely write the same thing from 0 to infinity. Okay, dx. We forgot to write the dx. Okay. Now lambda is a constant, so lambda will come out. Now what is the integration of e to the power minus lambda x?
X is what? Oh, e power minus lambda into e power.
Minus 1 over lambda. Minus 1 over lambda into e to the power minus lambda x, and it will run from 0 to infinity. So this is minus 1 into e to the power minus lambda x, e to the power minus infinity is, say?
Oh, sorry.
So now you have to substitute e to the power minus lambda x here in x. You have to substitute 0, and
e power infinity is 0.
E to the power infinity is 0.
Minus
Then 1. Right. That means minus 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. That means this PDF is valid. Okay. Now how do you compute mean? Mean of a random variable. So mean of a random variable, let's try to remember these things. Okay. So mu of x, where this x is random variable, mu is mean, equals to, again, some integration minus infinity to infinity, x, f of x, x dx. So if you remember, you have to find the mean value of the probability distribution or mean value of the random variable. So if you think our old example, you have multiple data points like this, like this, like this, like this, and those are coming. So suppose this comes with probability of 0.2, this comes with probability of 0.1, this is 0.2, 0.1, 0.2, 0.2. Now what is the mean? 0.2 of this value, so the y-axis is value, 0.2 of this value, right? Suppose this is 2 plus, suppose this is minus 1, 0.1 into minus 1 plus 0.2, suppose this is 3 into 3, so on. So that means you are just summing over probability multiplied by the value. So here also you are doing the same thing, value multiplied by the probability. So this is the formula of mean for continuous time, any continuous time random variable. Okay. Now I am not going to the derivation. So here for exponential distribution, if you do, I will just replace fx with the, and this will be 0 to infinity. So if you do this integration you have to do those partial integration and all. So I am not going to the detail. The mean for the geometric distribution is 1 over lambda. Okay. So this is one important thing to remember. So we can.
Is this exponential distribution or geometric distribution?
This is exponential distribution. This is in continuous time. We will come to
geometric distribution. You just said the mean of geometric distribution.
Mean of exponential distribution, not geometric distribution. So mean of exponential distribution is 1 over lambda. Okay. So we need to just do it by heart. Okay. Remember it by heart. And variance of exponential distribution is 1 over lambda square. Okay. And if variance is 1 over lambda square, sigma of x, which is nothing but standard deviation, is again 1 over lambda. Okay, because it is nothing but square root of variance. Right. So now this is exponential distribution. This again, I mean, this just gives you a feel what is a probability distribution, how do you compute the mean and all those things. And usually in queuing theory, in continuous time distribution, most of the paper or most of the literature assumes that assumes that the input arrival or the arrival packets, or the packets are arriving following geometric distribution. Because this is also memoryless property. This also has memoryless property. Memoryless property means at any point the probability that packet will come doesn't depend in the past. That's why it is memoryless. Okay. So this is done as exponential distribution. Since we are talking about geometric distribution, we will not talk about this kind of distribution much. Okay. We will focus about geometric distribution, or we will focus about more distributions in discrete time. Okay. So now let's go to geometric distribution. Okay. Before going to geometric distribution, I will give you, or I will explain you what is a Bernoulli trial. Okay. So I will write Bernoulli trial slash So Bernoulli trial is nothing but if you are tossing a random coin and there is, if the probability of head equals to some number and probability of tail equals to suppose some number, and suppose you have assigned that you have assigned that if you get head, then it is a success, otherwise it is a failure. Okay, so this is Bernoulli trial. I mean, you are just doing trial at each time step and you are just checking that if it is a success or if it is a failure. This is Bernoulli trial. Now, geometric distribution is in geometric distribution, the random variable follows the number of time it will take to get a success. Okay.
Repeat that again.
I will repeat. So if a random variable is following geometric distribution, that means the random variable follows or the random variable is the measure or is the number of times in which it will get one success by Bernoulli trial. I will give you an example. Okay. So in geometric distribution, probability that it will get success after kth time, after kth Bernoulli trial, is 1 minus, where p is capital, this is small p by the way, I will write clearly. This is small p, this is also small p. Whereas small p is probability of success. So this is geometric distribution. That means in this random variable x is following geometric distribution. That means that number x is the number at which or after which it will you will get a success. Is this clear?
No.
So suppose you are tossing a coin again with the same. The probability of head is 0.7, probability of tail is 0.3. And if you get a success, then you will stop the experiment. Okay. Now what is the probability that you have to do 2 trials?
Okay.
What is the probability? When you are doing this experiment, 2 trials means after 2 trials you will get success.
After 2 trials, I'll get
A success. What is the probability?
0.7 into 0.7?
0.7 into?
0.7.
No. So
After two
the experiment
trials,
the experiment is not after 2 trials, that's second trial. If experiment is whenever you are getting a success, you will stop the experiment. So what is the probability that at the second trial you are stopping the experiment? Or in
0.7.
no. So at the second trial you are getting a success means at first trial you are failure. Whatever you got is failure. That means
So 0.3
that
into
0.3 and then you got 0.7. Now this x, this random variable, now what is the probability that you are getting or you are stopping the experiment at 4th trial?
0.3,
Yeah.
0.3,
So 0.3
times into
3 times into 0.7, right? So this random variable denotes the number of success, the number of trials.
till I get the success.
Yes.
Right.
So that random variable denotes geometric distribution. So this is physical interpretation. Okay. Now if I generalize it, then what should we write?
1 minus p.
Yeah.
Power.
I mean, let's first do this 0.3 into k minus 1 into 0.7, right?
Yeah.
Now if this is 1 minus p and
Yeah,
this is
minus
p, that becomes 1 minus p to the power k minus 1. Okay, this is small p into p, right? So that means the PMF, probability mass function. Why probability mass function? Because this is continuous time distribution. This is no longer discrete time. In discrete time, that is probability density function. Now it is probability mass function. Okay, probability mass function of geometric distribution is this one.
Geometric distribution is discrete, no?
Yes.
You said the opposite just now.
So in discrete time, it is probability mass function. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now let's think about in terms of our.
No, wait 1 second. Let me just write it down.
Okay. Now we will think about in terms of our keying theory. So I will go draw the our good old figure. This is Q, one Q, and we say that the input distribution or the arrival distribution of the cube follows geometric distribution, which I was discussing, which is not a correct term. We should say that the inter-arrival time follows a geometric distribution. Okay. Now, what do we mean by this lambda? When we say lambda, what do we mean? So this lambda is equivalent to the probability of success in Bernoulli trial. Okay. That means you have the probability of success or probability of, let's write 1. 1 means success and 0 means failure is lambda, and probability of failure is 1 minus lambda. Okay. Now this means this P is nothing but lambda here. Okay. Now when we say the inter-arrival time, what is that inter-arrival time? Inter-arrival time means you got one packet, then you are tossing coin till
Till I get the next point.
till you get the next point. So that inter-arrival time is nothing but geometric distribution, because that is the number of trials. Okay, that's why we tell that the inter-arrival time of this arrival of this packet arrival follows geometric distribution. Okay, that means now usually we write inter-arrival time, or we denote inter-arrival time as tau. Okay, tau is inter-arrival time, right? So I will show you one important derivation here. So that derivation is CA, coefficient of variation of inter-arrival time. We will come across that CA many times in future. Okay. So that means probability of tau equals to, so tau is the distribution or the distribution of inter-arrival time. Okay, where I was denoting by x. Okay, tau equals to k is 1 minus lambda to the power k minus 1 into lambda. Okay, now we have to find the mean inter-arrival time. So mean inter-arrival time is nothing but, again, can you tell me what is the mu of tau? How do we compute the mean of tau?
Summation of
Go ahead.
Summation of tau from minus infinity to infinity.
Okay, then
X into probability. So that geometric P of tau is equals to K.
so you told summation, then
Of K, of lambda. Of lambda or K?
you decide.
Lambda.
Why lambda?
That's the
So lambda is the parameter. Okay, so here when you try to get the mean, that means you are getting the mean over this case. So okay, that means that random variable will take the value from minus infinity to infinity. Did you get my point? So this is probability that tau equals to k. Suppose you have different tau. So this axis is tau, okay, and this axis is tau, probability of tau. Now suppose tau only gets four values for some reason. Okay. Now at 0, if the probability is 0.3, at 1, suppose the probability is 0.5, at 2, suppose 0.1, at 3, 0.1. 0, 1, 2, 3. Now what is the mean?
Addition of all probability of tau by
Say it. So
all of that divided by 4.
no, so I want to know what is the mean value of tau. So tau takes 0 with probability 0.3, 1 with probability 0.5, 2 with probability 0.1, 3 with probability 0.1. Now, what is the mean value of tau? So we could have taken just the average of 0, 1, 2, 3 if all of them were occurring with equal probability, 0.25.
So that into 0 into 0.3 plus
Yes.
1 into 0.5 plus 2 into
Yes.
0.1.
So similarly, what should be the case here?
So tau goes from minus infinity.
Yes. So
Oh,
tau
that-
equals to actually not tau here. We are
Considering k.
k. Yeah. Okay, because
Why k?
tau is the random variable. So so capital X is the random variable. We usually write capital X is the random variable and X
That
takes a
k
value.
and that k are both the same.
Yeah, because we will take the summation over k.
No. That p tau is equals to k.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
1 minus lambda of k.
Yes, yes.
They're both same k.
Yes. Just remember this
Okay.
equation. You realize, right, why those are same?
Yeah. So k is equals to minus infinity. Then k into
Yeah, exactly. Good. I missed the k.
that whole probability.
Yeah. Okay. Now, okay. I will show you one example how to do this kind of summation. Do you know on top of your head? No. I will show you one example later. Okay. For now, this will be 1 over lambda. Okay. If you do the summation, it will be 1 over lambda. Okay. And
Nothing I can see in the math.
variance is okay. Variance of this distribution is 1 minus lambda over lambda square. Okay. Now the coefficient of variation of interval time, the CA. Do you remember what is the expression for CA?
Yeah, standard deviation by mean.
Very good. So this is standard deviation by mean. Okay. So usually we say we take CA square. Okay. Means most of the formula in queuing theory has this term CA square. Okay. So that means nothing but ST by mu square, and STD square is nothing but variance over mu square. So if you just put it, variance is 1 minus lambda multiplied by lambda square over 1 over lambda square, right?
Yeah.
So that means this is 1 minus lambda.
Hmm.
So for geometric distribution, coefficient of variation or squared coefficient of variation of interval time is nothing but 1 minus lambda. Okay. Why this is important? Because we use this many times. So when you have to use this without doing any derivation from your memory, you can use this thing. So next I will show you how to derive or how to do this kind of summation. I think our paper has this kind of summation. Did you try to
Deflection routing.
deflection routing? The first paper also we have this kind of summation. We didn't show the derivation.
No, I didn't do. I
Okay.
read till experiment. It was in the
Methodology, yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Okay. I will show you one example.